Hello everyone, hope you're doing great. It's day 15 of the 21-day yoga challenge. Today our focus is going to be on yogic twists, which aim to promote flexibility of our spine. So with practicing twisting asanas, our spine gets flexible with the lateral movement of the trunk. These asanas are especially helpful for those suffering with rheumatism, hunchback, stiff shoulders, a stiff back, back pain. It also relieves digestive issues such as gastritis, acidity, etc. It helps relieve constipation because it aids in the peristaltic movement of the intestines. It's great for those with diabetes because as you twist your trunk, the abdominal organs get toned and massaged, and that also includes the pancreas. So it activates the pancreas to work at its optimum. And needless to say, it's great for those with obesity. So let's get started with today's practice. Coming up to standing, keep your feet about hip width apart for a gentle warm up by just elongating the trunk and the arms. So we'll just do simple backward and forward bends. So inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, take your hands beside your legs. Inhaling up and taking the hands beside the legs. Inhaling up and between the legs. Inhale up and exhale down. And next, for some gentle twists of the upper body and the waist. So bring your hands to the heart center like this horizontally and just twist backwards. So try to twist completely back such that the elbow comes to the other side. Twist and twist. The breathing happens automatically here. So just exhale, exhale and exhale. Exhale, exhale. The inhalation happens automatically. And then you can also throw your hands back for the next couple of rounds. So just throw your hands completely back using some momentum for an additional twist. And two more times. Exhale, exhale, exhale and exhale. Now, similar to the Uttanasana that we did yesterday, we were holding our elbows. This time, I'd like you to do a Prasarita Uttanasana. That is a wide-legged Uttanasana. You can place your palms down and spread your legs slightly wide. Let the right hand be at the center and the left hand comes on your waist and you twist. So twist as much as possible. The shoulder is just above the wrist and the elbow above is in line with your head. Make sure that your weight is not on too much on one leg or one side, something like this, but it is equally distributed on both legs. And if you wish, you can also extend this hand up. And watch your fingertips. Let's do this on the other side. So again, placing both the hands down, bring the left hand to the center, the right hand goes on your waist. Twist as much as possible, equal weight distributed on both feet. Stay here for a couple of seconds before we extend the hand up and watch our fingertips. And watch our fingertips. And releasing, getting both hands down. Inhale as you come up. Let's bring the feet together to end the warm-up. And now we'll begin with the twisting asanas. Since twists can be pretty challenging for most people, especially if you're trying it for the first time, then I would recommend that you have a few props around. So you might need a yoga block or two, which I'm going to keep aside, a simple chair maybe, and probably the wall as well. The first asana we're going to be doing today is called the Peritectic Trikonasana or the revolved triangle pose. So bring your feet about 3 to 3.5 feet wide The right leg turns to the right side, making sure that if your heel comes back, then it's in line with the arch of the other leg. So I'm just going to take this out, step it out to the right side. And your left leg can be turned at an angle of say about 45 degrees obliquely. So you turn completely to your right side. That is, your pelvis is completely facing to the right side. You extend the opposite hand up. So extend my left hand up and completely stretch the trunk up. Holding this stretch, I bend over forward and try to place my hand on the ground outside of my foot. And then I rotate my trunk completely and raise the right hand up, looking at my right hand. So this is the complete posture. And coming back up the same way. So inhale up and exhale, hand down. Now let's look at a few variations, as this may be difficult for beginners. So you could start by placing a brick. So you can place the brick tall and again stretching the right hand up, extending it and bending over to place it on the brick. Place your right hand on the waist and completely twist. So a complete twist will mean that my shoulder is in line with this leg and even this shoulder is facing up to the ceiling. And it's okay if you're not able to extend the hand up. The important thing is the rotation or the twist of the trunk and the spine. Now coming back the same way, you can even bend the right leg to come up. And the next prop that I'm going to be using is a chair. So I'm using a yoga chair here, but you can just use about just any chair. So coming back to our initial posture, 3.5 feet wide, right leg outward, left leg oblique. And try to place your leg as close to the chair as possible. And just as we did earlier, extend your right hand up, and as you bend over, try to place your hand on the chair and aim for a good twist. What's most important is the twist and not the bending forward. So keeping the chair aside. You can also use a table instead. So I'll just use the windowsill here and let me try this on the other leg. So my left leg turns to the left side, right leg is turned at 45 degrees, and then I extend my right hand up this time, exhaling and placing it on the windowsill. And then you can just extend this hand up and aim for the twist. Now I'm holding on to the window, or you can also hold on to the wall to get a deeper twist. Inhale and exhale normally and gently come up the same way. Now it's really important to come out of the asana the same way that you got into the asana. The reason being that if you suddenly try to come out of the asana, then you could end up having a catch or a muscle pull in some part of your body. So please be careful and responsible, especially when you practice at home and not under the supervision of a teacher. Make sure you do the other variations also on the left leg. Another common mistake that people do with twists, in order to hold the balance, they tend to exert the neck a lot. So that shouldn't happen, else you can end up with a neck pain after your practice. Let's keep the legs wide for the next asana. So in fact, you could take it even wider, say about 4 feet. The toes are pointed forward, or they can be slightly pointed to the outside, the heels pointing inward. And we're going to get into the Uttkata Konasana, or a wide-legged squat, so you can sit down as much as possible. So it's absolutely okay if you just sit down this much. Don't exert your knees too much if you're not used to squats. Using your thigh muscles and your glutes, squat down as much as possible. Now placing your hands on the thighs, we're going to twist by using a pull-push action. So I'm going to use my right hand to pull and the left hand to push. So I'm pushing with my left and pulling with my right and twisting to look back as much as possible. Twist with every exhalation, with every inhalation, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist further. Inhale, lengthen. And hold it here. And coming back to center, you can come up for a few seconds and getting back into the wide squat again as much as possible. Now again, making sure that you do not crouch your shoulders like this. The shoulders are always relaxed. Deepen your squat if you'd like to. Now pushing with the right hand and pulling with the left. So twist. Aim for your shoulder to come to the middle of both the legs. And twist. Remember to breathe. Do not hold your breath. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And inhaling, come back. So you could do this even with breaks, and you could do about 3 to 5 repetitions of this. It feels really good. Now bringing our feet back together. Let's move on to some seated twists. So come to sitting in Dandasana. Roll your shoulders back. The hands are placed beside your hips. The first seated asana we're going to practice is called the Birdwatchers. The Birdwatchers. So fold the knees and bring your feet completely to the right side of your hip. Now you're not sitting on the heels or your feet. Your hips are completely on the mat. Now while doing this, if you feel that both your knees are not on the mat, then use a blanket or something to heighten and place it below your hips. And then you'll notice that your knees are comfortable on the mat. I'm just going to come forward to sit towards the center so you're able to see me better. Now my feet are towards my right side. So I'm going to raise my right hand up, extend the trunk and turn my hand around. My fingers are going to be pointed this way towards my right side, and I'm going to place the palm down like this and just slide it below my left knee. And then twist. Pressing the palm down completely into the mat as much as possible, and your hand can either be on your waist, so it can go around and try to reach for the right arm. So you can hold on to the right arm. And if some of you are just about there and not able to touch the right hand, but you're not able to grab onto it, then one way is to use momentum. So you just swing your arm out. Swing the arm out and then try to hold. So as you hold on to the arm, the twist deepens. So this is the Birdwatchers. Now taking the blanket off the hip and coming back again to Dandasana. We're going to do the same on the left side. So fold your knees and take both your feet beside your left hip. Again, make sure that you're not sitting on your feet. Both your hips are rested on the ground. You can always use some pads or a blanket to heighten your hips and place both the knees on the mat. The left hand comes up as we inhale, and exhaling, place the left hand down. My fingers are pointed towards my feet, and I'm going to place the palm on the mat below my right knee. And now pressing the palm into the mat, I'm going to twist. Right hand is on the waist, and you can continue to be here as you twist further. Else you could also use momentum. To swing the right hand and reach for the left arm. Keep pressing your palm into the mat and increasing the twist. Inhale and exhale normally. The shoulders are rolled back and the sternum is up. This is a great posture for those who have a hunchback or stiffness in the shoulders and the shoulder blades. The duration of the practice should be equal on both sides, both on your right leg and your left leg. Now releasing the right arm first and then the left arm, keeping the pads aside, keeping the blanket aside. Extend your legs forward in Dandasana. So you could place your hands slightly back and rest for a couple of seconds from the intense twist. And readying ourselves for the next asana. Spine, come back to sitting in Dandasana with the spine straight. The next posture is called the Vakrasana. And again, there are several versions of the Vakrasana. We'll try about 2 to 3 of them today. Bend the right knee and bring the feet close towards your pelvis as much as possible. Now you inhale, bring your right hand up, that is the same hand as the knee that is lifted. As you twist, bring it on the inside of the right knee, and you can hold on to the calf and twist. The left hand is placed behind your back and make sure that your back is straight. Now again, as you bring the back hand closer towards your hips, your spine tends to lengthen and straighten. Again, if this is difficult, so you can place something to heighten in order to rest your hand, and also you can place something below your hip if this hip is tending to come up. We do the same on the other side. So bend the left leg. The left hand comes up and exhale, bring it on your calf and twist. The right hand is behind your hips, in between the hips. So do not place it on the side or on this side. It should be in between the hips. Try to bring this hand closer to lengthen the spine. And like I said, you could use some folded blankets under your left hip and under this hand. The extended leg must always be, and the extended leg, the toes must always be pointed towards yourself. And releasing the posture. Now in the other variation of the Vakrasana, your right leg bends, but instead of lifting the same hand or the right hand up, we lift the left hand up as we inhale, and as we exhale, you push this knee towards the other side and your arm should interlock with the knee, or your underarm should interlock with the knee. And the same way, the right hand is placed back. You hold on to the calf or the knee and twist. So this can be a slightly intense twist for most people. So we start with the first one. And the same applies for this. You can always keep a blanket below your hip. So when you're twisted, the shoulders must be in the same line, and also try to have your chin in the same line. And exhaling, release. Let's do this on the other side. The left leg folds, the right hand comes up as you inhale, pushing the knee to the right side and interlocking the underarm and the knee. Right hand comes on the calf and the left hand is behind your hips. Straighten the back and keep increasing the twist with every exhalation. The extended leg, the toes are pointed towards yourself. And exhale to release the posture. Now in another slightly more complex variation of the Vakrasana, we bend the right leg and place it on the other side. That is, you place it on the outside of the left leg. And again, using this hand as support, the right hand comes up. That is, the opposite hand comes up, and you again try to interlock the arm and the knee. Bring your right hand behind your hip as you twist. Try to keep the spine straight by pushing this palm into the mat. And twist with every exhalation. Inhale, lengthen your spine, sit up straight, and exhale, twist. And releasing, coming to Dandasana. Let's do this on the other side or the left leg. Bend the left knee, place it on the other side, that is on the outside of the right leg. The right hand comes up as you inhale. As you exhale, push this knee towards the right and getting your arm to interlock with the knee. Place the palm on the shin and using your left hand, placing it behind the hips, pushing the palm to straighten the spine and twist. So the more you push from the arm, if you keep pushing into the knee, then you keep increasing the twist. And if you want to deepen the twist, then make sure there is no gap here. So you don't have gap between the chest and the thigh. And to do that, you need to bend forward and interlock. So I need to bend forward, interlock this, and place my hand behind. And as you can see now, I have reduced the gap. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Breathe normally. And as you exhale, just come out of the posture. So this was the Vakrasana. Vakra in Sanskrit means to twist. I come to sitting in Dandasana with my hip adjacent to the wall. So I bend my right knee and place my right foot on the outside of my left thigh. And this time I'm going to use the wall to twist. So I'm going to push this knee towards the opposite side, interlock the arm as usual, and using the wall I'm going to twist. So you're going to push the palms into the wall and keep twisting further and further. Inhale again, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist. And releasing. You could do the same on the other side. Left knee coming up on the side, and I'm going to use this I'm going to push the knee, interlock, and place my arm on the wall. And coming back to Dandasana, the next seated asana that we're going to do is called the Pashasana. So for this, you're going to bring both the knees together folded. For this, you're going to fold both the knees and come on to squatting on your feet. And then pushing both your knees to one side. So first I push it to the left side such that my left arm comes over onto my right knee. And I keep pushing the thighs and trying to deepen this interlock. So push the thighs, try to deepen this interlock. That is, there should be again no space between my chest and the thighs. And then twisting completely, I bring my hands to Namaskarasana. So always make sure that your fingers are pointed towards your chin and you're not completely looking to another side. So just try to keep increasing the twist using the same mantra, that is inhaling, lengthen the spine, and exhaling, pushing and twisting. Hold it here for a couple of seconds. Observe the massage in the internal organs of your abdomen. Observe the twist in your spine, the flexibility in your back, and honor your body as you breathe. Now let's do this on the other side. So bringing the chest back to center, facing the knees, and I'm going to push my knees this time to the right side. Reduce the gap between the chest and the thighs, and again bringing your hands to Namaskar-asana. While you're here, keep pushing the right arm into the left knee and trying to twist further. So inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist by pushing. Inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, twist by pushing. And hold it here, breathing normally for the next few seconds, observing your body. Release, come out of the posture, extend the legs out. Rest your hands slightly behind your back and release the feet by wriggling them. You can also take your ankles, stretching forward and backward and twisting the ankles from side to side. Now we try doing the Pashasana using the wall. I find this variation really interesting. In fact, it's one of my favorites. So come to sitting the same way, squatting with a little bit of a distance against the wall. So I would say just like, one palm width apart, and then pushing the knees, interlocking and interlocking further. Place your left palm on the wall, then your right palm, pushing both the palms, you can twist. And I like this variation because it provides an even deeper twist than by doing it yourself, keeping the Namaskar-asana. So again, elongate the spine, twist further. Inhale, stretch the spine, and exhale, twist. And gently coming out of this posture. Let's do this on the other side by just turning around 180 degrees, pushing towards again, pushing the knee away from the wall and interlocking your right arm with your left knee. Interlock, interlock, reduce the space. Right palm comes up on the wall, the left palm also comes up. Both of the palms are in the same line and twist. So as you twist, do not let the knees come back to center. So you're going to keep pushing the knees away and twist looking towards the other side. So if you do not keep this arm strong, pushing the knees away, then you're just, reducing the twist. So instead, use the right palm, push against the wall, and that will push this elbow outward. And releasing, come out of the posture. Let's come back to sitting again in Dandasana and relieving the legs a little bit. So this is what I'm doing in case you're not able to see sideways. Just extending the legs back and forth, especially the ankles. Releasing any stress or tension in the feet. Open up the legs a little bit and you can go outward and inward as well. Or same side. And just release any tension in the thighs, calves and the glutes. Alright, and now for some relaxing supine asana. Let's lie down on a back to do the Supta Matsyendrasana. Comfortably, you can extend your arms out at the shoulder level horizontally. And again, now there are several variations to the Supta Matsyendrasana. We'll try a few of them. So you can bend the knee and bring your thighs at a right angle to the floor. And then just drop both the knees together onto the right side. So your thighs are parallel to your hands and This shoulder, that is the opposite shoulder or the left shoulder in this case, should never be lifted off the mat. So if you feel that this shoulder is lifting off the mat, then you don't drop the knees completely. So instead, you use something to heighten and place the knees there. And your neck can be twisted looking towards the opposite side. So this is a complete supine twist. Breathe normally and enjoy this relaxing restorative posture. Now coming back, bring your legs up the same way and drop them down. Now let me show you the other side, lying down vertically. So again, I extend my arms out at the shoulder level, bring my knees up, my thighs are perpendicular to the floor, and I drop them to the left side this time, using a brick if required. So drop both the knees together and notice how my right arm or the shoulder does not come off the mat. Once your thighs are parallel to your arm, then you can turn your head and look towards the right fingertips. This is the Supta Matsyendrasana. And for the next variation, you can bring your thighs back up and release the legs. Lift your right leg up and we're going to be dropping it to the opposite side or the left side. And again, making sure that your right shoulder does not come off the mat. Your neck is twisted looking at the opposite side or the right side in this case. Relax in this posture. It's ideal to have extended leg parallel to the hand, but it's absolutely okay if you're just able to do it at an incline. So when the right leg is up and when it's dropping down, so it may not come parallel to the hand. So it may just, sort of drop off here, which is absolutely okay. And again, if your foot is not able to completely reach down, then you can use a brick to place your feet. Relax in this posture, taking some deep breaths in and exhaling, sending some good energy to your back, to your shoulders, and to your abdomen that got a good workout today. Let's do this on the other side. Let me show this to you through the other angle. So my hands come up again. My left leg is lifted up and it goes towards the right side. Turn the neck looking towards your left, making sure that the left shoulder is still on the mat. Now, since this is a relaxing posture, you need not have to keep your knees completely straight. They can just be slightly relaxed. Just letting go and loosening up the body, giving it some well-deserved rest. Breathe normally and coming back, the left leg comes up and dropping it down, both feet together. Now here's another interesting and one of my favorite versions. So you bend the knees and bring the feet as close to the hips as possible. You can have a slight distance between the feet. That is, your feet are not together, but they're about hip width apart. And this time, instead of just dropping my knees to the right, I'm going to lift my feet off and try to bring the knees as close to the elbows as possible. So both my knees are coming onto the right side towards my right elbow, left shoulder is still on the mat, and the neck is turned to the left side. So you could also straighten your shins out and hold on to the toes. So I'm not sure if this angle is clear for you. So I'm going to try showing it to you from another angle, coming back, dropping the feet down and releasing the legs. Hands come to the sides by the shoulder. Bending the knees, bring your feet towards your hips. And instead of dropping the knees just this way, we're going to lift up and try to drop the knees towards the elbows. So you see that this shoulder is still on the ground and my neck is turned towards the right side. Breathe normally, just let go. The body is feeling great with this relaxing twist. Just observe the areas that we worked on today. And if you feel comfortable, you can straighten the shin, bringing the toes close towards your palms and holding on to the big toes. Stay here for as long as you like. You could use it as your shavasana today. And gently coming out of the posture, lift the knees up, bring the feet towards the hip and straighten the legs out. And whenever you're ready, take one hand up, using it as a pillow, turn to one side, come up to seating. I hope you enjoyed this session today on twists. Let me make a confession that initially when I got started with twists, I used to find it extremely difficult. And let me promise you this as well, that with practice, you'll notice that your body adapts so beautifully and you'll see your spine flexible in no time. So do practice and let me know how you like it. Stay safe and stay healthy. Namaste.